He admitted to me he's catfished over 400 girls.
What? 400? Are you kidding?
Gross.
So we saw your video about Joshua. We've had some long relationships on the show, but 11 years is a long time. Tell us more about this guy.
He's the sweetest guy in the world. Even though it might sound crazy, like, who waits 11 years and who stays along, but he's so caring. He makes me feel like $1,000,000. And he has a nice body. He's the love of my life.
You were 15 when you met this guy?
Yes.
Where does Joshua live?
When we first met, he lived in California, and then he moved to Texas, and then he moved to Vegas, and then I guess he's back in California.
And have you guys been dating this whole time?
Yes. When we were younger, we had an agreement that it's like a don't ask, don't tell, since we live so far. But now we are like exclusively together. And he's like, I want to build a family with you. I love you. I want to marry you.
Yeah, is that something you're into the idea of?
Yes. I'm willing to do whatever it takes.
You mentioned that you tried to fly him out to Minnesota once.
I was saving up and I was like, hey, I actually could fly you out. And of course, his excuse is, oh, I can't. I have to work.
What does Joshua do?
It seems like he can never keep a job. Every time I talk to him, it's like, I'm looking for a job. Oh, I have a job. Oh, I don't have a job. Stuff like that. This is really weird. I don't know if he's fishing for money from me.
Have you ever sent him money?
No.
And you said when you video chat, he doesn't really show his face.
What's that about?
Is there a chance that he's not the guy in the photos?
It's just weird because I'll try to video chat with him and it's like pitch black. And I'm like, oh, turn on the light. Oh, I'm tired. I don't want to turn on the light. Oh, you know, the signal sucks.
Classic excuses.
Exactly. But I don't know. I keep pushing all that to the side because I just love this guy to death.
Hello. It's Kanini.
Hey, how you doing?
Hi.
Can we make this a FaceTime?
Sure.
All right, here we go.
We're upgrading. We're upgrading.
This way. What's up?
Nothing much at work.
Nice.
Hi.
We're trying to find out a little bit more about your friend, Josh.
Uh-huh.
How do you know Josh?
I met him on Facebook.
Okay, and are you guys like talking or are you just friends?
We talking, dating. He's talking about his wifey, girlfriend, this and that. So
Whoa. He was talking to you like he likes you a lot.
yeah. He's talking about I'm his baby, he care about me, this and that.
How long had you guys been talking online?
I'm gonna say 3 years.
Whoa. Well, so, Kanini, I have to tell you something. We met a girl who has been talking to Joshua for 11 years on the internet. And she kind of thinks they're dating. And he calls her his wifey and all that.
Not supposed to be his girlfriend, so.
How you doing?
Josh, good to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Neve, Max.
How you doing?
Obviously, you know Brianna.
No? How you doing?
It's been a long time.
Yeah. Crazy.
11 years.
Were you avoiding meeting her? I mean, do you, like...
Yeah, what, the FaceTiming with the...
Yeah.
There's been times we tried to like video chat and stuff like that, but my granny's computer was garbage. So we never really got around to doing that, but I wasn't avoiding meeting her.
So many questions. I just have to know. Have you ever saw our relationship, like, seriously?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Like, relationship, not like friendship, but like relationship.
Yeah, I did.
Then, are you talking to any other girls?
There was one, yeah. I was a few weeks, but I stopped talking to her like 2 weeks ago.
Look, it's our job to
Dig.
dig.
We talked at random. We contacted a few other girls that were right on your Facebook page, and they told us they're dating you. I mean, all of them.
Yeah.
Batting 1,000.
As far as, you know, the other girls would go, I can't recall like multiple at one time.
You made it seem like it was just me. Like, I'm not talking to nobody. That's what hurts.
Yeah.
You gave her the impression that you thought of yourselves as in a
Like
relationship.
a real, yeah.
And is that how you felt?
Yes.
I don't know.
Sort of explain a little bit more about how you met Dean and what went down.
Dean and I originally met on a website called Teen Chat. I had just been on there surfing message boards. Dean saw a lot of what I was writing on there and it interested him. So he decided to message me. We exchanged numbers and we really connected. We started talking about how we were kind of soulmates.
What went wrong?
So about 2 years into the relationship, he disappeared. He just fell off the face of the planet. Didn't return my calls, didn't text me, anything. It was dead silent for about 9 months. And then I get a phone call. He says, dropped out of high school, I'm having issues at home, and I didn't want you knowing about these things.
And did you guys continue talking after that?
We did. I was his emotional crutch, just there supporting him. And then again, he just poof, disappeared.
Wow.
After about a year, he just calls me and said his mom passed away and how he needed someone to talk to. So then again, I was there supporting him.
Do you see a future with this guy?
I do want to be with him someday. I hope for that. Throughout the years, I've become attached to him. Like, I can't let him go.
Oh, Texas calling. Catfish headquarters.
Yes, my name is Zoe.
Zoe. Oh, hey, Zoe. We're just trying to find out a little bit more about your friend Dean.
I mean, we met like 6 years ago, like on Teen Chat.
Was it like a relationship or?
Yeah, he made me feel special. You know, we talked about like just about everything. Then he just like disappeared on me, like a total ass.
Have you guys ever video chatted?
No, because he doesn't video chat. And
Right.
like, I thought that was weird.
And what kind of like drama has he been going through? Like what things have happened in the last few years?
Like his mom died.
Has he ever mentioned a girl named April?
I don't believe so.
All right, well, Zoe, listen, thank you. Just so you know, you've been having the exact same relationship with Dean as another girl named April.
Word for word.
Word for word. My advice to you is to forget this guy. I don't think he's worth it. All right, thanks, Zoe. Good luck with everything. Jeez, so April's not even the only girl that Dean's been giving this whole story to, promising to be with. I mean, if she just happened to be some random girl we reach out to, who knows how many other girls he's been doing this. How you doing?
All right, how about you?
What's up? Dean, right?
Yes, sir.
Is it him?
Yeah, that's the voice.
Good to meet you.
Nice to meet you, too.
How's it going?
It's going all right.
All right, well, come on out, I guess. Go ahead.
Hello.
Not sure what to say. This is April, as you know, I presume.
Oh, God.
You're you, which is a surprise for us.
Yeah.
Just curious, why didn't you meet up with us yesterday?
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, it was just nerves, man. I just overthought myself into a position where I wasn't comfortable, and I didn't know if she would like me or not, you know? I mean, I was kind of scared on that aspect, to be honest.
Okay. And how old are you?
I'm 23.
So that's all true. And do you really not have a phone right now?
No, I don't.
Okay. And you're just crashing intermittently
Yeah.
with Dakota? You don't have a place to stay?
I'm getting things together, getting, you know, that aspect of my life under control, but for the time being, this is where I'm at.
So everything you've told April is true?
Yes, sir.
Including the unfortunate passing of your mom.
Any lies that you've told her? What about some of the other girls you've been talking to?
I mean, those are all just friends. I'm not looking for anything right now.
But we've talked to Zoe, and it seems like you've made a couple friends online, some of whom you've met in teen chat, like April, but then don't meet up with them or make plans. There's just a pattern of other people who've had a story like April's.
The whole thing with Zoe is I never really moved past a point of platonic interest with her in the first place. You know, she has kids, stuff like that, and I'm not looking to involve that in the situation that I'm currently in.
I understand you're trying to get your life together, but April's under the impression that you have feelings for her.
She needs to know very clearly where you stand.
Yeah.
Do you have feelings for her?
I do. Honestly, I've never connected with somebody like I have with April. There's just been nobody else that makes me feel the way I do whenever I do talk to her. And I can honestly say, right now, standing next to her, I feel pretty damn great. I mean, I want to, keep talking to you. I'm not going to go anywhere anymore.
But it has to be equal. I don't want to be the only one that gives 100%. It has to be equal.
It has to be both ways.
Tell us kind of the story of you and Josiah from the beginning. Like, how did you meet?
I met him on Black Gay Chat. We instantly connected. Later on that night, we actually talked, and we talked for hours about everything. From there, our relationship transpired to, like, this kind of crazy love fest.
What do you love about him?
My personality, being confident in myself, really came from him. Teaching me how to really accept myself for who I am. And we just built this bond, you know what I'm saying? He was my first love.
What does he want to do?
Recently, I know that he's working at home health aide. Basically doing something he really wanted to do is helping people.
Describe him physically for a second.
In the second pictures, that was quote-unquote supposed to be him. Brown-skinned kid, birthmark over the eye. Still cute, though.
Maybe now is the chance to see if it could be something more.
Like I said, Josiah was my first love. When you have that type of bond for so long with someone, of course, every other guy that comes after that, you're going to kind of hold up to a certain standard. So it's like, it's always that question of what if?
Okay, I feel like before we get any further, when we got your email about your situation, one of the guys who helps go through all the emails sent us another email. It's very interesting and curious, and I think you might be interested.
Oh, really?
Here's an email from another guy named Malik. Why don't you read this and we can talk about it?
My name is Malik and I am 20 years old. For 5 years, on and off, I've been in love with a guy named Josiah. But we never video chatted or met in person. When I started to question him about standing me up, he blocked me on Facebook. Okay. Wow. Now that's funny. I mean, even from what he says about Josiah, the things he do when he gets upset, this sounds exactly like Josiah.
When we saw these emails, yours and this one, and put them next to each other, it was like, this is a little bit more than just a coincidence.
Exactly.
Well, so here's what I think we can do. We can call Malik.
We can see if they're the same person.
Right.
We don't even know.
Now then we have a problem. Now we need to talk because we have an interest in the same guy. So,
yeah. Well, then let's give him a call, okay?
Hello?
Hey, what's up? Neve and Max here. We saw your email about Josiah.
Got it.
And we definitely want to help, but we're in a little bit of a unique situation here. We got another email from another young man named DJ, and both of you told very, very similar stories.
So this DJ guy is talking to Josiah?
We actually don't know yet for sure that you're talking to the same Josiah. So I'm going to introduce you now to DJ. He's going to come on the phone.
Wow.
hey Malik, how you doing?
What's up, DJ?
Does these numbers sound familiar to you? 267.
Yes, it does.
Does he have a Facebook page or Instagram?
Facebook.
So what's his current profile picture?
He's just wearing like some big geek glasses with a collar shirt and stuff on his hand in the picture.
We're definitely talking to the same person.
Would you say, like, you're in love with him?
Yes, I'm definitely in love with Josiah. Like, even though we talk to the other people, him already can seem like I'm the superior relationship, and we're gonna be with each other.
Here's what I'm gonna suggest. If you guys are cool with sort of teaming up to work on figuring this out together, we can come meet you in Charlotte, and then maybe all go find and talk to Josiah together.
I definitely have a problem teaming up with you because it's not our fault, it's his fault.
Exactly.
And I'm kind of trying to hold myself together right now because I'm highly pissed right now.
All right, so we'll see you soon, Malik.
Thank you guys so much.
All right, man.
Hello.
How you doing?
Good.
I'm Neve.
Josiah.
Good to meet you, man. Well, hello, Jojo. I guess you know these guys.
Hey, what's up?
Hi.
Hey.
Nice to finally meet you.
Nice to finally meet you, too. Hello.
What's up?
Not gonna shake my hand?
This is gonna be fun.
I just can't believe you're you.
Yeah, that's the big surprise.
That's the big surprise. Wow.
That never happens.
Wow. 7 years, huh? It took 7 years for you to get
5 years.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to do it with both of them at one time.
Are you scared?
No, I'm not scared. It's just, it's both of y'all.
Yeah, I mean, we've never had a situation like this, so,
Right. So it's it's a lot.
We're all trying to figure it out. What was the problem? I don't understand. Like,
I mean, these two different people. It's two completely different
Well,
stories.
no, why not video chat with them or meet up with them?
I mean, because at that time, I had a lot going on.
We all got things going on, Jojo.
If you're gonna let me talk, then I'll talk. But
If it makes sense.
Don't jump down my throat.
let's just figure out how we can make this situation go as best as possible. So right now, you have the floor. What's your deal?
I'm from Philadelphia. I'm a home health care aide. I'm 22 years old.
Have you always lived in Philly, or have you lived in other places?
I've lived in several different places.
Are there other guys aside from DJ and Malik that you've been talking to for a long time on the internet?
No.
They're the only two?
The only two.
Do you have a kid?
Yes, I do have a son.
You
2
do?
years old.
Are you in a relationship with the mother?
No, I'm not in a relationship with the mother.
Great. What other sort of bigger details about your life that we don't know, or maybe we think we know?
Well, right now I'm currently in a relationship. We've been together for 2 years.
Wow.
2 years?
In real life?
Yes. That's why I haven't been able to use Skype or, meet. When I'm on the phone with Malik, my boyfriend's not around. If I'm texting Malik or DJ, even if I'm laying in bed with him, I'll turn to the side, so he won't see.
Right.
So,
Oh, you smart. You smart. Okay.
I mean, y'all have every right to be upset.
Upset is
it's
an understatement.
It's nothing. I mean, only thing I really can say is sorry and try to give you guys answers, but it's nothing else I can really do.
But why do it for so long?
I have a special type of connection with y'all. Like, it's kind of hard to let y'all go. It's difficult.
What are your feelings towards these guys?
I love both of them. I mean, I might love one more than the other, but I love both of them.
Who?
Well, I mean, I love DJ more than, but it's only because, I know him so long. I mean, I'm not trying to hurt your feelings.
You didn't hurt my feelings.
Only thing I can say is sorry.
So tell us this whole story going all the way back to when you first met Shana.
Well, it started off on Facebook. I saw her in my People You May Know, and instantly I just started hitting her up, and she replied back. She told me she was 21, and I was 17, so I felt like the big guy around campus and stuff,
Yeah, nice older thing, I like that.
So we got into a relationship, and I was supposed to meet her in New Jersey, but she disappeared on me.
Did she ever explain what happened, or?
The whole time that we've been talking, it's been excuses about everything. Like, I got called into work, or I got bad service, why we can't video chat.
You kept talking, obviously, after.
Like, she always knew what to say to get me back.
Yeah.
So me and her was just talking. Then a year after, she disappeared. And then I got a weird message in my email, and it was her friend, Destiny Lopez. She said, hey, Shana was my friend and she passed away.
Had you ever heard of Destiny before, or she just was a random friend of Shana?
Just a random person.
Wow.
So I was feeling heartbroken. I was hurt and I cared about her and I loved her. So I'm like, I just lost a girl that I never even met yet anyways, too. It was like hard for me to move on. I was talking to other girls and stuff like that. And then I started dating other girls, but it was just hard.
When Shana died, did her Facebook page go away or did it just
disappear?
It disappeared.
Completely. And then 2 years later, I'm scrolling on Facebook and it says people you may know, Shana Vasquez.
Wait. Sorry, you find out from Shana's friend that she died, and you don't talk to her for 2 years.
2 years.
And then all of a sudden, she pops up
I'm
and
scrolling on Facebook, and I
she
start instantly
accepted.
hitting her with messages. I'm like, are you kidding me? It's been 2 years I talked to you and something like that. Like, where the you been? Like, what's going on? You know what I mean? Like,
wow, back from the dead.
And then she told me, I apologize. I've been going through stuff. I just got out of a bad relationship. It was a violent relationship, and I didn't know how to handle it and stuff. Like, she always needed to get me back. When she popped back up, I was in a relationship.
And what happened to that relationship?
Oh, we broke up.
Think it had something to do with Shana being back?
She got me texting her and stuff like that, you know?
Oh,
so it was like,
man. Texting a dead girl?
Yeah.
You broke up with a real living person for a Facebook zombie?
You must really love Shana.
I do. I love her.
8 years is a long time to be waiting, man.
We're gonna figure this out though.
I'm ready.
We got you.
Here we go, Utica, New York. Hello.
Yeah, this is Haji.
Oh, hey, what's up, man? We saw you were friends with a girl named Shana.
I used to date her.
Oh, like date in real life, in person?
We messaged for like 4 or 5 months, but we never seen each other in person though.
Wow, when was that?
Last year.
And what happened? Why didn't you guys ever meet up?
Because it seemed like she was just always playing games. She never wanted to video chat.
Did you ever have any like proof that Shana lived in Syracuse?
Yeah, she said she seen me last month when I was at work. She said she called my name. I did hear somebody say my name, but I didn't see who it was.
Then she messaged you and was like, hey, I saw you at your work? That's creepy.
Yeah, she told me everything I had on too.
Whoa. That's some like shady stalker.
Yeah.
And did she ever mention her friend Destiny?
Yeah, she's messaging me a few times too. She's trying to talk to me about Shana.
What's Destiny's Facebook? Can you respond in a link to her page or something?
Oh yeah, I could do that. I got messages from her too. I could screenshot those and send them.
Oh, great.
Do you know anyone that's ever met up with her or seen her?
One of my bros, baby, said he's messing with her for like 8 years. But he said he never met up with her neither.
So you're telling me there's another guy in Syracuse who's been talking to her for that long?
It's crazy.
I'd love to talk to Pape if you can send me his info.
All right, I'll do that too.
All right, thanks so much. Bye. Whoa, wow, this just took another turn. Next level, man. This girl is talking to lots of guys.
2 8-year relationships.
And she's like seeing these guys and texting them like, oh, I just called your name out at your work. Oh boy. Hello?
This is Pape.
Yay, what's up, Pape? We're trying to figure out what's going on with this girl, Shana.
Oh, she's a true catfish. True catfish. It's official.
It's official.
How do you know?
I dealt with her for years, and like, she give me an address. Like, I drive 40 miles out to go see her. She'd tell me she see me. She tells me exactly what I'm wearing, what car I'm in, and everything she's saying is legit. But I'm like, where the is you at?
Wow.
No.
She's not come outside. There's another chick that's mad catfish. Her friend Destiny, she's bad on the internet.
Right.
They both catfish. Because I was trying to both of them. They both catfish.
I think they might actually be the same person.
I think so, man.
We're gonna try and figure this out, man.
All right, man. God bless y'all. Have a good day.
All right,
God
later.
bless. Thank you.
How you doing? I'm Neve. Of course, you know CJ. But we don't know who you are.
Rebecca.
Rebecca. Okay, nice to finally meet you. Do you want to explain what's going on here?
I don't even know where to start.
What's your deal? I mean, what of Shana is true? What's not true? Who are you?
I think Shana, as a general person, that's really who I am.
Yeah, maybe the personality.
Yeah.
I got a question. So this whole time you was in Syracuse?
Yeah.
Why did you tell me that you live in New Jersey?
I made up like New Jersey and other places I lived to try to like get away from the situation because I felt bad.
How did you keep it for like 8 years? Like,
just didn't tell anybody.
So if you never had any intentions on meeting him, what was the point of all of this?
Honestly, I don't know. I had a lot of, when I made the Facebook, I was in a situation, was trying to catch the person I was with cheating. So I made the Facebook to do that. That's how I ended up talking to CJ.
How did you get all those pictures, though?
Some girl that was friends with my son on Facebook.
Oh, how many kids do you have?
5.
Wow.
Do you really have a daughter?
I do. I call her.
Was she really sick and stuff?
No.
So you set up a GoFundMe page for a daughter with fake cancer. That's seriously sick. Were you?
I think I was trying to cover the lie that I had told him. I didn't have like, it wasn't, oh, well, I'm just gonna rob people of their money. It was another lie to cover another lie to cover another lie.
Who was Destiny?
Me.
Are you serious? Why did you tell me that you died?
I really just wanted to be done with the situation. I didn't want to keep lying, but then I felt bad because you were really hurt over.
But then you started talking to other people as Destiny. And obviously continued talking as Shana too, because we reached out to a handful of people on Shana's Facebook page, and most of them have very similar stories to CJ.
Mm-hmm.
If you'd done it to one person, you maybe could say you felt bad. But to see that you've been doing it to, I don't even know how many. I mean, do you even know how many people you've talked to as her?
No, most of them, minus CJ, was more or less to just keep that image going so that people wouldn't think that it was a fake Facebook. I never took those conversations seriously. It wasn't...
Well, they did take it seriously. I understand the original reason for making the Shana profile was something else. But when you met CJ, was it just for fun to talk to him, or did
I really cared about, I really started having feelings for him.
Right, but he was 17, and you're not in your 20s, no offense. How old are you?
38.
Wow. So, okay, you were 30 when you met him.
Yeah, I didn't really think about it.
But you knew he was 17 when you met him.
Yeah.
That's kind of messed up. It's one thing to mess with people your own age, but to mess with a kid for 8 years of his young adult life?
I don't know, I'm just hurt about it, cause...
I wasn't trying to hurt you.
That's not true. He had girlfriends that you with.
Yeah, when I was in a relationship and stuff, and you sabotaged some of my relationships, and you was in a relationship with other people too. Some of them.
You never texted or messaged any of the girls he was dating?
I don't remember that.
Are you serious? That's crazy. I gotta go.
We just read your email. You spent, was it about 6 months talking to this guy and established a really serious connection with him?
Yeah, we met on Tinder. I was like, oh my gosh, you're so pretty. Here I am, a single mother of 2. There's no way you're gonna want to talk to me. But I said, let's give it a try. So I swiped right, pops up we're a match. And then eventually we had our first phone conversation, and we just really emotionally connected. Every day, anywhere between an hour, 2 hours a day, we're on the phone. Send pictures to one another, and he was just really supportive of everything. He was okay with the fact that I have kids. But when he wanted to make things exclusive, it just kind of scared me just because we hadn't even met yet.
You kind of did your homework and you found out that this guy might be using someone else's photos.
I actually didn't do my homework as well as my girlfriends did my homework. They did the image search and it came up linked to someone else. And I don't think I'm the only person he's doing this to, because somebody reached out to me who had been talking to Lucas also. She lives in New York. She got a hold of me just based off of the ladies that he was following to let girls know that he's not him.
Whoa.
Also, he talked me into sending him private photos, and I believe that's what he does to everybody.
Wow, this guy.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
So are you afraid that if you expose him that he might release some pictures?
It's crossed my mind, but I haven't confronted him about it because I think he has a suspicion that I know that he's not who he said he was.
A girl contacted me, her name's Ursula, and she says, beware of the scammer, Lucas. He's pretending to be somebody he's not, and he's developing relationships with other women. all of which I didn't necessarily ask her about. It's just a hard thing to know that you were sending private photos. You know, I may have done Playboy and I may be a dancer, but when I send you a personal picture, it's because I trust you, and it's disturbing to think that he's taking advantage of other women that way too.
Pretty a sinister thought.
Yeah. No, it's disgusting.
We gotta figure out who this guy is.
Mm-hmm.
At the moment, it looks like Ursula probably knows the most.
Right.
So maybe we should video chat with her just to make sure she's legit.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Whoa.
Hi.
Hello. Hey, guys.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
Really good. Thanks for answering my call. Obviously, I don't know if you recognize Jamie.
I do, hey.
Hi. But,
nice to meet you.
We've been talking a lot about you, and we have so many questions, and we're trying to figure all this out. Can you explain to us what happened with you and Lucas and everything that you've figured out?
Yeah, we met off Tinder. He told me he was living in Missouri, and then he told me he was moving to New York City for an internship at a technology company in New York.
Yeah.
And then I basically found out that he's not who he really is because I booked a flight to Missouri, so he came clean.
But you booked a flight to Missouri. Did you go?
No, I didn't go. No, I didn't go.
You told him that you bought your ticket, and then he realized he better tell you the truth.
Yeah.
What did he tell you?
I'm not who I've been saying I am. I'm not the guy in the pictures.
Jamie sent him pictures, some of them nudes. Did you ever send him similar?
Yes, I did send him intimate photos and videos. This is what I think he does. Gets into an intimate relationship with these girls, gets nudes from them, and then after a while he'll reveal himself and then just block these girls. And he's probably still doing that.
I guess he blocked you too.
Yeah.
Okay, so how did you find out about all these other girls?
When he told me that he's not the guy in the pictures, I screenshotted some of the girls that were following him, and then I reached out to them. That's how I found Jamie.
So, considering that you've both been involved in this, we could try and do this together. I think it'd be more powerful for him to be confronted by both of you than just one of you.
Absolutely.
Why don't we bring you up to speed? Yesterday, we sort of figured, okay, let's search for his number, see if it comes up with any names. It came back registered to someone named Zack. Looks like he lives in St. Louis. So then we just searched Zack on Facebook. We found a page. Could this be him?
Wait,
Whoa.
I feel like I've seen that before. And he tells me I'm not the guy in the pictures. I'm like, show me proof, like prove it to me. So he sent me a picture.
That is him. Oh man, that's definitely the same guy.
Yeah.
So we got our guy. Now, we asked the women on our crew to try and follow him, and he accepted. So page is obviously very much up, and the last picture that he posted was 17 hours ago.
That's messed up because when he was apologizing to me, he told me I'm the last one, which is obviously bull. When I asked him why he's been doing this to us and other women, he called us an experiment.
Ugh.
But he admitted to me he's catfished over 400 girls.
What? 400? Are you kidding? Gross. What? Just got a weird text message. This is from Mike in casting. Hey guys, hope all is well with you. We were just contacted by a woman named Sarah. She was catfished by a guy named Lucas. And we think this could be connected to the story you're currently filming. Let's call her. Hi, Sarah. Hi. How are you? It's Neve and Max. Hi, there. So someone from our casting just saw an email that you sent about this guy that you're talking to, Lucas.
Yeah, we matched on Tinder, actually. We were just talking with the idea of a future relationship since he had told me that he's moving to Dallas from, I think, Missouri. I figured out that he was lying to me.
And we're sitting with two girls, Ursula and Jamie.
Hi.
So these girls also met Lucas on Tinder. What's become very apparent is that this guy, Zack, has been doing this for years to maybe hundreds of women across the country. And so if we go to Missouri to find him and confront him, would you be willing to meet us there too? Because I think the more people we bring, the more powerful the message might be.
Yeah, I'd be happy to come.
Hello.
Hey, what's up?
Are you Zack?
Yes, this is me.
Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm great.
You're who I was texting with earlier?
Yes, yes, yeah.
And you know these 3 young women?
I do.
Why don't you come on out for a second?
Yeah, sure.
So, I don't know if you have something you want to start with, because we have a lot we want to say, obviously.
Yeah, so, I don't know where to begin.
Well,
Okay, well,
why don't you start with who you are?
Okay.
And how this all started.
Okay. As you guys knew me as Lucas, I'm Zack. That's my real name. This all started just over a year ago. I was curious about someone who was as attractive as Lucas, the kind of reception they would get on Tinder versus Zack, myself. I started to really enjoy the attention I was getting from people I'd never gotten attention from before, and that, to me, was something I'd never experienced, and I was really happy about that. And that's where it started.
How many girls?
Too many that I talked personally with. I got their numbers, like 400.
That's disgusting. Yeah. That's disgusting.
I mean, that's one of the blunders of online dating is you start talking to these people casually and
It's not casual talk when you have to Photoshop photos and take an hour to make a fake video. That's not casual talk,
I mean,
that's deliberate lying.
I recognize, like, 100% that is not okay.
So why do it if it's not okay?
At the time, I didn't think twice of it.
Have you ever hurt that bad? Like, has anybody ever crushed you?
Maybe once, twice.
Well, it's happened to me a lot. I didn't need somebody else to come along and manipulate me and take time away from my kids and my family.
Are you thinking of the impact of your actions when you do these things?
Honestly, no. You know, like, that's the selfish part. Because I haven't really had the opportunity, possibly
Well,
wanted to say.
it's not about having the opportunity.
Yeah,
it's about just doing it.
Yeah.
There were a lot of lines that you crossed. Soliciting naked photos from them was a huge line that you crossed.
Okay, and I'd like to address that.
Yeah, address that.
Please
Yes.
address that.
Yeah. I can't just stand here and say, like, that wasn't interesting, because that was. But that wasn't the point. That's, I think, like,
What do you
that's
do with
kinda
the
what it
photos? Are they on, like,
They're
on
gone.
your computer and file folders with Lisa, Jan, Steph?
Ursula.
Do you save them? Because I'm betting money that you do.
I deleted them. I'm not proud of that side of it. That's
Listen,
the side
you
that...
catfished all these girls. This whole thing is nothing to be proud of.
I really have a hard time believing you delete the photos.
Yeah.
You guys can look if you want.
Do you have your phone on you?
Yeah.
Well, let's look at the phone. Let's start with the phone.
Hold on.
Are you deleting stuff right now?
No, I'm not. I'm scrolling back and forth.
Here, we know how to scroll through a phone.
Yeah. Okay.
Here, just give me
And
a
I would normally say your privacy would be something I'd care about, but in this case, that's weird. You're
We
recording.
didn't have any.
Yeah, our conversation. Yeah.
You're recording all this?
Are you kidding me?
That's so up.
Yeah.
Let Neve, look, Neve, just take a step back. So look over your shoulder. Don't worry about him.
Okay.
He'll find or not find whatever he's looking for.
Yeah.
I'm finding some stuff on your phone.
Okay. I didn't like scrutinize like.
Yeah, no, but I know enough about how to keep things private to know to look in your Google Drive. Which you probably didn't think I was going to go into. I found one list that you keep in your Google Drive, list of girls. Jamie in parentheses next to it says Portland former Playboy model. And then you have a status list underneath. And for Megan, it says on the level of saying, I love you, lives in Vegas, doesn't know she's being catfished. Lauren, also on the level of saying, I love you, lives in Palm Springs, I think, doesn't know she's being catfished. Deborah, been talking for a while, she lives in Illinois, wants to meet Lucas badly. Watch out for that subject. Doesn't know she's being catfished. Jamie, talking since November, Ursula told her she's being catfished.
How do we know this is like truly over? Because you don't really seem to give a.
It's not fun anymore at this point to have something going just to know that it's going to come to an end. For me, as bad as like something like this is,
All right, so we'll just be in touch and let you know about maybe meeting back up.
Thanks, guys.
All right, see you later.
Miss you all.
Wait, what'd you say at the end? Miss you all?
Yeah.
Like, what is that? That just sounded like a joke. Like, did you really say miss you all? Like a playful, like, was that a playful remark? Did you just completely forget everything we just said to you about you, like, appearing like a total head, and then as we're leaving, you make, like, a jestful remark? Miss you all?
No.
Dude, like, you really seem like a huge head.
Yeah.
So think about that.
Working on it.